right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. And welcome to another talk show with A Day with Atzel. Your host, Atzel, and hopefully things work out today, Patronus.
Yay! I'm here, people. I'm here.
Again, I do apologize again for Patronus not being there. It was, again, my fault.
Technology. Oh, so I wasn't on there.
Technology.
So I think you purposely.
So his voice was on there, but
I'm the prettier half.
His screen, because he's up there. He's up there.
He's down there.
Yeah,
he didn't want to be down there, so he was like, just cut him out.
Right. I just cut his whole reaction out and just kept his voice. So
because I was giving you face that day.
You sure was, and I was giving you back.
I'm upset now. I'm upset. I am upset. Call the doctor.
So I have my coffee, I have my water, I am ready to get this rolling. But first things first, I am calling from a different location today, everyone.
Are y'all ready? Guess where he is.
Guess where I am. If you guys saw on my Instagram, I gave you guys a little sneak peek. I am actually, I am in Westmont, Illinois. And most of you guys don't know, Chicago. I am in Chicago.
Chicago adjacent.
Right.
He's in the suburbs.
So I am recording in Chicago.
Oh my God.
So yes, I am here visiting. We'll just keep it at that. So I am just visiting. It's not like a luxury trip. But so everyone who's watching me, I know you're probably gonna blow up my phone. You're here and you didn't say anything, and I love y'all. When I come and visit for fun and everything, I will let you know. But this trip, I have to keep to myself.
It's not a fun.
It's not. I mean, I'm gonna try to make it one, but But again, thank you all for sending me text messages. I love y'all. I miss you guys. But we'll find some time in the future when I come back and do those fun interactions that we love.
Or we could go visit him.
Yeah.
We're down in Texas. Look me up.
Right. Or that too. Yeah. Go. Everybody's always welcome. Just give me an advance. All right. So
following this video, give him an advance. We're gonna be there in 2 weeks. There you go. Hey.
Wait, I haven't even gone back yet. Hold on. No. Let me relax from this vacation, from that vacation. I got some priorities to take care of.
All of a sudden, now he went to Earth.
All right, so this topic for this week is a little bit different. We're this month we're focusing on relationships, love. Relationships and love. Single people, couples,
single ladies,
everyone's accepted here. That's a safe place for everyone. So Catfished. Now you guys know there's a show about catfishing.
Oh my God, wait. I'm sorry, hold on. You just blurted that out like catfish. I was like, whoa.
Exactly. Catfish. So there's a show on MTV about catfish.
Yeah.
So before PB made this catfish show, now there's people out there who we didn't know that catfish was a thing. And no, it's not going fishing and catching some catfish. It's literally those people putting on a different person's face and playing those people. So
lies.
We asked people, and I did my research because Atzel the researcher. Hello.
Okay.
About catfishing. So it's okay. Some people didn't want to share, or some people didn't have any experience, which is good. That's good. But I know I have been catfished before, but the thing is, like, when I did get catfish, of course I was like, why did you catfish me? Why couldn't you just be yourself? Like, that's all I asked for, is just be yourself. Why are you using this person, But
picture or something?
Yeah, but it's based on insecurities and what happened to them when they were growing up, and I totally understand that. The only thing I would say is just like, if you're gonna do this, then why lie about it? I'm like, if you're lying now, are you gonna lie about things in the future?
Yeah, but what have you lied about? Cannot
Exactly.
trust you anymore.
So that's the thing where that's the part where like I have been catfished, and I was like, look, if you would have just been true from the beginning, maybe this would have worked. But since you lied about boom, 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 like it just was too much. I was like, nope, I wouldn't even want to risk this. No.
Was it a snowball effect of lies?
The what? Yeah.
A snowball effect of lies? Oh, that's
Mhm.
not good. Oh,
Yeah. So that's the thing. Like, if you're lying about that, then what else are you lying about?
right.
It doesn't
Your
matter. Like,
age.
okay,
You're
you said
living
you
it
live
up.
over here, but you know where I lived or where I grew up from. Like, have
But you
nothing.
actually lived in Norway.
Right.
Not Norway.
Like
I've been
you
catfished.
don't even live in Orlando. Like, what the hell? Like,
You live in Orlando. Person or the city?
right. Right. Yeah, I was like, so want me to go visit for what? No. You actually live here in Chicago.
And
In the
you
north
get there,
side,
you
in the
get
north
taken.
side by Northeastern.
Shut the front door. Oh my God, that's too much.
And then I didn't even know I was gonna go to that school years later.
Mm, dang. Small world.
Small world back in
Literally.
the day when it was MySpace and
Oh, you showing your age now. You said
even
MySpace.
before MySpace there was other, oh
What
my
was
god, I
before
forgot what they were.
MySpace? Wait, let
Yeah,
me
there
think.
was other stuff that I was part of before MySpace. I can't even remember them, but I know people part of like what's before MySpace. There was
Chat
like this,
group.
well,
There
chat
were
groups.
chat groups.
Yeah, well, that's where I
I
obviously
don't even know if they have chat groups now.
well, that's where chat groups. That's where you would get mostly catfish from. So yeah,
Right.
I did do
We,
that's where obviously that's where
but
AOL,
are there still
Yahoo,
chat groups
AOL,
around?
Yahoo chat groups.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yahoo. Yahoo had a whole bunch of chat groups. I was in all of those. Like I was chatting up a life. Like, yeah, yeah. You know that meme with the cat is like typing.
Yeah. And then
That was
look
the
at now,
meme
you would
in the
never
chat group.
think
That's
that
having a
we
good
would
time.
look at us how it grew from that to this now. Now it's like video chatting, and now it's apps now, and now
Right.
it's
Technology has helped us evolve, but did we
right.
evolve?
Instead of
Did
us
we
just
though?
going, even though back then you could do video chat, but it was like, with the webcam. Oh, it's falling. Oh, hold on.
Right. Oh my God. Oh, I do not miss those days.
Or you're frozen, and a little circle thing is like buffering.
Right. Like, caller, are you
or
there?
you hear the, what is it? Oh my God, what was it back in the day with that sound? The AOL sound. You're like,
That was.
I think we're really showing our age today. So,
Wait.
anyways.
Let's go back to when you had the call lines. Did you ever do those? You have been. You guys.
So yes, yeah, yeah. Oh
Man,
yeah.
dating has evolved a lot. Or was
I
texting
think
more
those
like a
those
hookup?
those phone lines were interesting. I'll give you that. Like they were
Yes.
interesting because it was so from when that happened, it was literally kind of like transitioning away from those group chats to these phone lines. And then there was
Right.
different set of groups in those phone lines that you were able to join. But there was always a capacity. So it would always tell you, oh, you're still waiting, or do you want to join another one?
This group is full. Would you like to join the next
Yeah, exactly. And then they will tell you like the times that they were like gonna be like capacity. And so then you have to make sure you get in at a certain time, but then you're just waiting there with these creeps and weirdos. And
one? Wait, so let me ask you this. Give the people your sexy voice.
I'm so congested right now.
Use it. Use it to your advantage.
No. I
Come on, do it.
don't even know what that was back
Do
in
your
the
sexy voice.
day.
Let's hear it, people.
I totally forgot about those phone whatever. But there was
you trying to
different.
meet
I
up with
remember
people.
only just calling to one, and this one would just like direct you to wherever.
Room, right. There are
Mhm.
5 people in this room.
Yeah, that would be creepy. Like you just joined us, and then people are just talking. And I'm just like,
What is going on?
well, yeah. I'm like, what? No. Oh, so yeah, there was actually two. There was one where you would join a category, and then everybody's just talking at once. So then you don't even know
Right.
like hello, like what's going on. Then there was another one where you're able to kind of like a voicemail. You would create your profile. Oh, my name is. Well, we never used real names, but
Didn't even.
um, I almost gave that away. We don't use our real names just for safety and whatever. So you would just create, a nice name, like introduction name. I think it would be like some type
Yep.
of tagline, I guess, back in the day.
And your stats.
And then what you're looking for. Um, and then that's it. It will be saved, and then that's like your little audio profile. And then you will go through multiple profiles. Same with your profile, going through it, and people will click like a button. Like one's for, do you want to connect, or
Do you
two,
want to leave a message?
you want to leave a message? Which I thought that was pretty cool. You leave so us over here. Oh, swipe right, swipe left, texting that person. Now it's like voice, like.
Oh my God. How dating has evolved.
Right. I'm glad that you brought
Wow.
that up. You see, I mean, I forgot like back then we were usually using the
And
chat
we thought
rooms.
we weren't going to have enough to talk about today.
Right, right.
Surprise. We surprised ourselves, y'all.
For real. So, and I feel like, on those, I guess we could say platforms, because they were platforms that we used that no
Yes.
longer are used anymore. Um,
It'd be interesting if they still were.
right. How would that change things
I
now?
kind of see them bringing it back, at least the phone one, only because pandemic.
You could FaceTime. I mean, FaceTime or video chat now easier now.
No comment.
Do you want to join the video? Sure.
No.
These are the disclaimers, by the way. If it's violating our guidelines, you will be disconnected.
They ain't got no guidelines. They be lying about those guidelines.
Yep. Back in the day, and then how things are now. I think back in the day, catfishing was common because most of the time you're behind a phone, which you couldn't even see back in the day. It was like with the cord and wrapped up around you, like hello, like
hanging yourself involved.
or you're on the chat room hurting your eyes for hours. Okay, what's this? Okay, what do you look like? Oh no, I'm not ready to share that yet. Okay, that's fine.
Right.
Cool. Next,
Right.
press 1 if you're
Man.
interested. Press 2 to leave a message. Yeah.
Press 4 to snub.
Oh yeah.
And then they'd be like, they did the recording. Wow.
Yeah,
They
and
were
then you'd be like,
brutal.
oh, then it'd be like that awkwardness, even though you're not really there. It was still kind of awkward, you're just like, so who's gonna say
It
hello?
was hella awkward.
It was like, hello. Okay, hello.
Snub.
Hello.
And
Like,
then it be snub. It is snub. All because you said hello.
right. And then
Like,
next you know, like, oh, they moved on to the next person. Oh, screw
right.
you then. Like,
Right. Oh, yeah, I think back then was like, it was brutal. It was like, what's the word? Survival of the fittest.
honestly, it was. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, some people, it was like once in a blue moon where you will make a connection with somebody, but I feel like mostly in those group chats on the phone, really, well, and on Yahoo, and they were just looking for one thing. So
Yes.
that's all it was. Like, honestly, you're like, no, what happened to just talking?
What for the people who are listening? What is that thing?
What?
That thing.
It was like what we talked about in our last video, hookups. It was mainly used
Oh,
for hookups.
it was a hookup line
Mhm.
or chat room.
Yeah, and then they were just looking for, oh, okay, where are you at? Or blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm not telling you that.
None of your beeswax.
Yes,
Did
it
you?
would.
The meeting up was weird too.
I think, and I honestly got too scared to do the meeting up because of like, oh, what if I get kidnapped, or what if the person's not who they are? In
I
most of the
wasn't
case,
thinking like
people are
that. I
not
was
who they. In most of the case, people are not who they are because you just hear them by voice, and you know you act
right, so you don't know
picture,
what they
so you
look
take
like,
a
anything.
chance with them. But then like, that's well, if you set up a place to meet, you set up at a public place. So then you're like, oh, like you're pretending that you're on the phone, like, oh, that's not over there. But you take somebody with you. You're like, oh, okay, never mind. Let's just go eat. This is not gonna work out. I have done that just for the safety of like me not getting kidnapped.
Oh my God. Okay, so real quick, my story. I'm just
Story
naive.
time.
Right. I'm just very naive. I never took a friend. I did do the public thing, but I
What did they
never took a
teach you in
friend.
school, yo?
They didn't teach me Jack Daniels about this kind of stuff. It's like, you just, my whole thing was, I'm going to meet somebody new and I'm going to make a connection. And we're going to have a good time talking and stuff. The next thing you know, oh my God, one time I was on one of these lines. This guy tried to blackmail me into being in a porno. Yes. I really just share that. But yes,
Gamer. No.
that literally almost happened. I was fresh out of basic training too.
Mm-mm. Look at
Yeah.
you.
So I was fresh out of basic, slim in shape, sexual chocolate. But this guy tried to blackmail me into doing porn. I was like, are you serious
I'm
with this
glad
right now?
I'm glad that I kept it.
Well, that was just over the phone. Like we never met or anything. But he kind of tried to threaten me. Ooh, blackmail me. And I was
See,
like,
now on that, you're like, click
right. I
or
was like,
block.
in the world is going on in America?
So I think, back then I feel like it was more common for catfishing until we got more where technology started upgrading, where our phone started to look a different way, where you were able to see things more. Um, and then, people were so used to that back in the day that they just brought it over to the new generation of talking to people, meeting people. Um, and that's why we saw how Neve got catfished. And then look at that, he created a own show about catfishing. And the stories around there are
Is that what
pretty.
happened? He got catfish, and that's how he started the show.
Yeah, his movie, he made a documentary or a movie about him being catfished, and then it got transitioned to a show.
Oh wow! Okay, I didn't know that. This from
Yeah.
your research, of course.
Yeah, so it was interesting, about his story, and then looking now he's here trying to help people breaking that boundary of being catfish, or helping them to break out of that.
Right. I personally don't watch the show, but every now and then I might glance at it. I might come across it, and there was this one episode where this one guy catfished this other guy, and so he arranged for them to meet in person, and it actually didn't turn out bad. I'm throwing up air quotes. Um, they actually talked about the whole thing, and the guy was still willing. The other guy was still willing, even though he catfished him, was still willing to. I don't know about connect, but I think more the word would be at least be friends with him.
Yeah.
So I thought that was interesting. So it's not always because I think it was more similar to the situation when you had before when you was talking about they shouldn't have did that. It didn't need to be like that. They just need to be. I think it was somewhat similar to that. And I thought, oh, okay, so this is not a completely bad show where everything that happens to people that catfish you are just being evil and
And
mean.
we're gonna go into
Thank
about
God.
we're gonna go into more about what he's talking about, is it about the physicalness? Is it just about the conversation? Is it about just the touch, or all of that?
The touch.
So the research I have about catfishing, let's see. I'm not gonna share my screen. So we are gonna. I broke things up. So there is statistics about catfishing. So 24% pretend to be the opposite gender when creating their fake identity. I
What?
guess I know. 73%,
Really?
73% use photos of someone else rather than real pictures of themselves.
Mm.
28% of people have been harassed or made to feel uncomfortable by catfishes. 53% of Americans admit to falsifying their online profiles.
Yeah, but okay, when you say that, that could be all kinds of stuff. My eyes are brown, but they're really blue. Ooh, or they're blue, or yeah, or they're not blue, but I say they're blue and they're really brown.
But my
So
hair
I
is
mean,
blonde, but I'm really not
a
blonde.
brunette or something, or I'm a redhead. Redheads are
Uh,
anyway. Come on, gingers.
What is the goal of catfishing? Typically, the purpose of
Mm.
catfishing is to troll or harass the victim, scam the victim, or steal the victim's identity. It is a social engineering scheme in which one or more perpetrators use deceptive tactics to retrieve personal identifiable information from unsuspecting victims. So that's the goal of catfishing.
Or to oh well no. Wait, yeah, okay, yeah. I was just thinking, I'm sorry, I was watching Cobra Kai's new season, and in the beginning, the one guy was being catfished by the other people. And I was like, they was just brutal. It's like bullying, social media bullying him.
Yeah.
Horrible.
So most common reason people will catfish others is the lack of confidence. If people aren't happy with themselves, they feel that by being someone more attractive, they're fully able to express themselves freely without their insecurities holding them back.
Which I can see that because it's online or it's you're behind a screen. So you could almost be and do anything that you want without fear of retaliation or anything. As long, honestly, as long as you're not hurting somebody, because that's why you think people play like these fantasy games.
Yeah.
It's like you travel into a whole nother world. But when people take it too far, hmm,
And I think that's the thing, people do take it too far, even though they're like, oh, you're really making this person really fall in love with you, but really you're not in love with the person. And this person has exposed themselves, you know, became vulnerable to you and are sending
right,
you money for, like
right,
that's when I'm like, dude, you're taking advantage of the poor person.
right. And why, people? Why must we do these things?
According to Y Pulse research, 44% of millennials understand the term catfish. And of those, 90% known someone who's been catfished.
Mm.
Millennials, at least you understand.
Have you been?
For people who have been fooled by catfishers or scam artists, and one of the greatest problems can be the sense of shame or humiliation associated with having been tricked. Sometimes victims are too scared or embarrassed to even contact the authorities and report what has happened. Now, I don't know if I don't think I would go to that extreme um
What, of reporting it?
to reporting it unless it's like
I guess it should depend on what happened.
right. I guess it just depends on the catfisher.
And what they did.
And then catfishing a form of cyberbullying? By being vocal about wanting a boyfriend or a girlfriend, or by talking about dating a lot, um, it can be susceptible to catfishing. Impersonating someone else online is a form of cyberbullying. It is an intentional act that inflicts emotional harm on other people. So, catfishing is a part of cyberbullying.
I can see that. Like
So,
like the
let me
example
see.
I gave earlier. Yeah, I can totally.
Is catfishing still a thing? Despite the
Yes.
best efforts of social networking apps to make dating a safe place, catfishing has flourished. And sometimes the ones who are catfishing don't even have to lie about their identities. It's no wonder that catfishing is still a hot button issue after 10 years.
I think it's only gonna grow. Um,
Right. I mean, come on now. There's going to be new technology where you're able to be in a video chat and you're going to be somebody else.
right. Well, you could just put up what's an avatar or
Exactly.
fake you, like that TV show that they got now. Hear your voice or something where the singers have an avatar, so
Oh,
you don't
yeah,
get to
yeah,
see what you don't see
yeah.
their faces or anything. You just hear their voice as they sing.
How to end a catfish relationship. Don't
Oh, this
even
shit.
for 1 minute consider the catfish's feelings. They've used you. But I mean, that's also kind of harsh too. But block the catfish on your social media accounts and in the future, only accept friends you know. Block friends you met through them too. Block them on your mobile device and any platforms you use.
Mm, dang, I've been blocked. I feel like
I
I've
mean,
been a
they
pirate.
just have feelings too. So
I'm sorry. Who? The catfisher?
it's both people hurting. You gotta kind of like
Wait,
listen to
but
both.
okay, again, it depends on the situation. If it's one of those catfishers who's ashamed or they, I don't know, whatever insecurities of one thing, that could be one thing versus a catfisher who was trying to get you for your funds or something like that. No, or take your identity. They don't have no feelings. They don't care. They need to be cut out, X'd out. What they say, those people need to be reported. Hmm.
I mean,
Re-
yeah. So that was the research of catfishing. So I hope that was very interesting information.
It
Um,
was.
I know some people that I've asked said that they did get catfish. Um, they didn't want to share the story, but they just said yes to it. And it's okay. And then I know same thing with Patronus. He had some people answer yes.
Yeah.
Um,
A couple of yeses, few no's. I didn't, you know what? I didn't follow up with the no's and say if they knew anybody though. I didn't
that's
think
fine.
about that.
But at least I mean, now we learned some information and we know some of our people we know that went through this and that we could
Right.
totally see catfishing still thriving still. Because it's like
I feel like again, as long as technology keeps advancing,
bacteria, it's gonna mutate and grow.
it's gonna mutate. Go on. Like this.